Hello. Good morning, Nancy.
Good
Good
evening.
morning. Good
Hello,
morning,
Adobo.
and hello. And good morning to everybody watching on the live stream and watching on the replay. We're talking about this is the second episode of our Adobo Connection. My name is Antonias, founder of our awesome planet, together with the Nancy Reyes Lumen, known as the Adobo Queen. So Nancy, sino bang guest natin ngayon?
We have a very special guest. Nako, take note ha. She's also a Lasalite like you.
Yes, Animo, of
No, but this
course.
one is really has multi talents, and I cannot believe how she's able to harness all her talents and put them into a food and an art zone. But before that, I want to say I admire her mainly also because she's a survivor. You know, she's had two epidural pregnancies na talagang ando na siya sa edge of giving losing life, and she had a very tragic bout of COVID, wherein she had COVID and her mom had COVID. Jen survived, but her mom did not. But since then, I'm sure she has moved on. It's been a few years, it's been several years since then. And she's back and has moved on to again pursue many more culinary endeavors. She's not just a chef, she's a consultant, she's a food stylist, she's a caterer, she's a chef patron of her own company called Global Gourmet Cuisine Company. She does interior design. You'll see later in her photo. She plans events, and she'll
Wow,
be with us.
dami ah.
Yeah, she'll be with us in the November Adobo event. And she was also some time into writing articles and doing food reviews. And most of all, what I like about her is that she said she likes to research about the history of things. So, with that, we will bring in our good friend, a member of Team Adobo. Let's give a big welcome to Chef Jen Serranilla.
Woohoo! Hi, chef. Hi, chef.
Hi.
Yeah.
Nahiya naman ako with all the
Kulang pa nga eh, kasi
accomplishments.
ano, back to back. Oh.
When you were mentioning it, ako ba talaga yan?
Oo
Oo
nga,
naman.
chef.
Oo naman. Yeah.
Ang daming, ang dami. The title of this episode, The Many Faces of Adobo. But before we get to that, how did you get started in this career? Parang ang dami mong pinasukan before getting into the culinary. Can you tell us some more?
Well, out of high school, my parents ran a very successful telecommunications business. So I thought I had to follow in their footsteps. So I first started in LaSalle with business management. And then my dad saw that the whole year I'd come home very sad. Alam mo yun, it really wasn't my calling. So my dad said, okay, what do you really want? So I said, at the time, you know that I'm an artist. I want to be an architect at the time. Actually, when I was taking my exams for school, pumasa naman ako sa UP. Pero I
Wow.
chose two quota courses. One was architecture, the other one was psychology. So pumasa ako pero I didn't make the cut. But I got a letter saying next year you can apply for architecture. Pero when I got to LaSalle, all my friends nanunukso. Sabi parang konyo mode. Hindi ka bagay sa UP. So kaya ko, okay, fine.
On
Interior
your
design.
mode, take note.
Ganun talaga, konyo mode na yan. So sabi nila, mag-interior design ka na lang. So, next door, Benilde had interior design. So, I took my minors in
Yes.
Benilde, and then I took my majors in PSID. And then, working as an interior designer for a few years, parang na-realize ko, even while studying, I would be cooking for my friends. It's all cooking for my family, ganyan. They'd also order food from me. So sabi ko, why not take culinary also? So that's how I ended up. Before taking culinary, there was a short break na I didn't do anything. So I worked in a magazine to write food reviews for restaurants. Ganyan.
Wow. Nice.
And that brings you to where you are now. After how
Yes.
many years of pursuing things, finally culinary chased you.
Yes. It's in my blood eh. My
It is.
mom was my mom worked in Peninsula before. Ano
Mhm.
rin siya,
Ah,
uh, ano siya, back of the house. She wasn't naman in the kitchen. Pero she wanted to work as a cook, but she didn't have the education, the background for that. Parang I think her course was HRM but not culinary. So she couldn't
Well,
apply as a chef. But yon, parang because of her, I'm glad you mentioned my mama a while ago, Miss Nance, kasi I got my cooking from her. Like, siya mahilig siyang mag-experiment. So that's where I got that from. And I have a talent, talent na I know the ingredients of a food once I taste it.
ah,
And I
talaga.
got that from my mom. So when someone says, may secret ingredient ka ba?
okay.
Ko siya.
But I think that's what you call your culinary DNA you owe to your mom. It was there in you
Yeah.
already. You were born. But going into that
And she got
already,
it
let's
from her
follow.
mom also.
Yeah. Where was
Where,
the
where, oo, taga saan yung mom mo or the Serranilla? Taga saan kayo?
My mom's from Zamboanga. My mom is from Zamboanga, Zamboanga City. So Guso, that's where she grew up.
Mhm.
And then so yun, Zamboangueño yung mom's side ko. My dad, my stepdad, so he adopted me. New York siya. So he's like from Brooklyn. So talagang growing up, both worlds talaga, American and Filipino. That's why I'm always teased by this lady in the middle na laging lahat daw ng cuisine ko masyadong social. Sabi ko, because that's what I grew up with. My dad liked Filipino food, but he didn't like masyado yung oiliness or the saltiness masyado, ganyan. So I would, when I cook for him, in the middle, balance. It's American pero Filipino, Filipinized American food. Parang ganun.
Ang galing hipster na Sambuanga food na Filipino food. Galing na
Pero okay,
ma-influence.
what who put how did you get the first taste of adobo into your palate?
I think everyone naman growing up, there's always an adobo dish that you know your mom.
Yeah.
In our family, there was a lot kasi every person had their own version of adobo. So my
Mm-hmm.
mom, her version, super saucy, may pagka-bitter because she'd add dried ano yan, banana blossoms in
Uh-huh.
her adobo, which I hated kasi bitter. Tsaka, syempre, growing up, you're a kid, ayaw mo ng vegetables, di ba? So, my mom's version was that. My lola, I call her nanay, ang version niya, meron namang gata.
Mm.
And then, me, growing up, I like the Cebu adobo na oily. So, what I would do, I would cook adobo, uh, simmered ganyan with lots of sauce. Then I take out the meat. I fry it pa in olive oil. And then
Wow.
fry with lots of garlic. So, alam mo yun. So, iba-iba talaga kaming adobo. But
Uh,
my first adobo was my mom's.
that's good. In her memory would be nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess from there we would move on. But you said before that you were into interior and then you went already into culinary, right?
Yeah.
So what 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 adobo did you develop for your own profile?
Yun, the one that I mentioned a while ago.
The
So,
oily one with
the
olive oil.
oily one. Oh, so, parang feeling ko, mas healthy pag olive oil kesa pork fat. So, after simmering and removing most of the
Yan
pork
ho yung
fat,
masarap.
tatanggalin ko. Pero I'll refry it in olive oil.
Wow,
Tapos,
talaga.
uh, pero yung
The
lots of
healthy
garlic,
adobo.
that came into play when I met my husband na because he loves garlic.
Mhm.
So, when I cook my adobo, nagre-request siya, dagdagan mo pa ng crunchy garlic. So, aside from cooking it in garlic, frying the garlic, topped with garlic pa siya.
Okay. Was this chicken, pork, lamb, seafood, or what?
Oo.
pork and chicken. Pero mas favorite ni John, my husband, pork.
Yeah.
Pork adobo.
So, ano
Yeah.
na yan? Modern adobo na. Modern adobo.
I guess,
Yeah.
yeah. Version of Cebu adobo,
Yeah,
maybe.
I think Jen's taste is more continental. on the classic end. Maybe you can give us a background of your culinary background.
Well, I'm classically trained, so mostly French cuisine. I worked for a French catering company, so that played a lot into my kind of food that I eat and cook.
What was the company?
La cuisine française.
Andito pa. There's
Ah, look, Miss Princess. Okay.
Yes.
okay.
Sina Michelle Doreval and
Okay.
John
They're
Doreval.
still there, di ba? Sa Salcedo, they still sell.
Yes, going strong sila dyan. They
Okay.
said they'll never leave.
No.
Oo, 19 years na nga eh. But
Wow.
they don't have a restaurant anymore, di ba? Tama ba?
No more na. Yeah, I think no
Oo,
more na.
sa catering yan, ano. Okay.
Okay. And then
And then?
move
And
on.
then I met Miss Nancy. I met
Ganon?
Miss Nancy. And because of her, mas na ano yung Filipino cuisine sa akin, Filipino and Asian. Before,
Yun.
it
Good.
was always continent, American, French, Italian. And then, when I met Miss Nancy, siya yung nagsabi na, you're Filipino, dapat mas Filipino, mas ano, ganyan. So at first parang,
Yun.
corny naman. And, parang corny naman. Pero after a while, syempre, di ba, as we get older, you wanna hold on to your traditions, to your culture. And then when I gave birth, gusto ko rin, my kids would know that. Because right
Yeah.
now, it's
Yeah.
hard to feed them. So sabi ko, you're my kids. You're kids of a chef. Tapos di kayo kumakain. It's always pizza.
Ayun. That is it. Yeah.
I did an ideation before for a pizza company. So parang in one whole month, puro pizza lang kinain ko. After that ideation, sabi ko sa kids ko, no pizza for 1 year.
Sana pinush mo adobo pizza. Remember we made an adobo pizza
Yeah.
version before?
Masarap ba yun? Adobo pizza? Masarap.
Yeah.
Sarap. Yeah.
Ganda.
Iba. Pero syempre, kids.
We can talk about that later because we worked in several projects together, which were very well accepted. And of course, the centerpiece was always adobo. Anyway,
Maybe we can go to the photos, no? Kasi Jen talked about her family. Maybe I'll bring up the photos na.
okay.
Yon.
We had a, shoot. Wala lang. Feel ko lang kunwari nasa kitchen kami. Ayan. So that's in the bee house, I think. With my kids. Pero matagal na yan. They're kind of grown up, especially my daughter. She's very tall.
Husband's name and children.
John, Santi,
Hello.
not Sandro. Santi and Gia.
Okay.
Gia is a baker. Kaya meron dyan a cookie sheet of cookies.
Yeah,
She's
she's
not
the ate.
baking. Yeah.
Okay.
Siya nagmana.
Artist. So artist siya and she
Yeah.
likes to do also.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice. Okay, I'll move.
There's Pia now. Or maybe she's even
Or pa
older.
yan, yeah.
Yeah.
She's the one in the, ano ba to? Anong sino
Darna.
Darna.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman. Yeah, I made the costume kasi. That's why I placed it there. Ako yung gumawa.
Nice.
Ikaw yung tumahi.
Ako tumahi niyan.
Wow. Okay.
Galing ah.
Yeah,
This one.
I also sewed that. The
That's Santi.
caterpillar.
Yeah.
His favorite. My son Santi.
Okay.
Nice.
Ayan.
That was our 10th wedding anniversary trip to San Francisco.
Mhm. When was this?
Oo.
2019, right before the pandemic.
Oh, good. You made it.
Wow. Ano rin siya? Chef rin siya? Chef rin husband mo? Or?
No, he's not a chef. He's a businessman. No. Pero before I met him, he had a catering company. Pero hindi siya chef.
Mhm.
He had
Hindi
a
siya
catering
chef.
company with his friends. Yeah.
Okay, next. Food. We'll talk about the food.
Okay,
Wait
now,
ah. Ito muna.
Ano
What is
to?
this?
It's a pancake art. It's parang can I say the name ba? Massflex. Massflex has
Yeah.
pancake art kasi. So parang in some of the events we ask them to bring in their equipment, tapos we'll ask people to make pancake art. So ginawa ko lechon. If you Make its
Oo,
eyelids a little
lechon.
big.
Just
So yeah, lechon
medyo
yan.
tingnan mo, Anton, the photo.
Uh, facing, ano
Oo.
siya, facing forward, tapos may banana leaf.
Yeah, very nice.
Ah,
Pancake
very
batter, I
nice.
made it.
That's just one little hole into the window of her talent, her artistic
Oo,
talent.
galing. Okay.
Okay, let me
So
just
this
say
is,
something about this. This is the adobo cheesecake, which was a very surprising hit during one of the adobo events that we had. And I have to challenge Jen to, you have to promote this already. Lapit na
yeah,
Masarap ba
ako.
'to? Saan ba
yes.
matitikman 'to?
I'm not sure if they still carry it, but we did this for an event for Holiday Inn, and they said they were gonna put it on their regular menu, named after me daw. So it was
Wow.
what's the name of the event? Adobo Nation is what you call the event. And then Miss Nancy and the rest of the team challenged me. Sabi nila, "Oh, gawa ka ng adobo dessert." Sige nga, ganyan. So sabi ko, oh sige, gagawa ko adobo dessert. So after a week or 2 weeks of R&D, yan, that's what I came up with. So it's an adobo cheesecake. The bottom is butter cake na condensed. And then the top is cheesecake pero infused with laurel
Mm.
para adobo. Tapos may iba pa yung versions which I did later on na I did peppercorn, sugar shards, ganyan,
Mhm.
para mukha pa rin siyang adobo.
Yeah.
But this was a surprising hit for the foreigners. Yung
Yep.
mga guests ng Holiday Inn, kinakwento sa amin ng chef na a lot of the kids, even the foreigner kids would order a whole cake of this. So
Okay.
yeah.
That's one. That's a unique adobo connection.
Oo, kailangan matikman 'to one of these days. Yeah.
Challenge. Okay,
So
that's how it
that's
looks.
that's how it
That's how it
looks
looks.
Yeah.
when it
Okay.
was already in the hotel.
What's the name? Adobo cheesecake talaga yung title niya.
Parang shortcut na lang yung adobo cheesecake eh. And I don't remember na the whole French. Of
There's a
course, it was
name talaga.
French. Ginawa ko
That's
French
right.
name. Pero since
Ah,
masyadong mahirap for people to remember, even me, ginawa na lang adobo cheesecake.
Okay na yung adobo cheesecake. Medyo nang next time
Medyo,
siguro the bay leaf has to be fried or baked also or
no,
with oil.
ginawa ko dyan, I fried it with some sugar and butter.
Yeah.
Tapos topped it with
so
the
crusted
cheesecake.
siya.
This one kasi it's
Okay.
parang the first one that was made
Alright.
in the hotel.
Okay. Ito, what is this?
This is my adobo pork and duck rillette. So para siyang pate, pero ano siya, so pork adobo, simmered for a long time, and then what's this? Duck confit, tapos shredded, and then I mixed them together with more adobo ingredients, garlic, a bit of vinegar, a bit of soy sauce. Tapos yan. Tapos the top part, here kasi medyo na-mix na siya, but it has duck fat on top. Parang normal rillette. A nod to my French background ulit.
Galing ah. Okay, nice. This one.
This one naman is my adobo tamales. Again for the same event. So we were tasked to do multiple adobo dishes. Some were traditional, some were, ganyan, creative. So because I'm from Zamboanga, we have tamal or tamales. But this one, I kind of combined Zamboanga and what's it? I think it's Cavite or Batangas tamales.
Siguro mas Cavite.
Tapos, ayan, pork adobo, pork and chicken adobo inside.
With
Yeah.
with what?
And then, what's adobo flakes on top. Adobo flakes and itlog na maalat.
Okay. Nice. Yes.
Yan. Of course, proud ako when the cheesecake adobo was featured during our media launch. Naka-feature talaga si
Oo,
adobo cheesecake
talaga.
with the rest of the team. You will see Miss
Okay,
Nancy there.
kailangan ano yan, matikman natin yan sa November.
Sure, of course. I will bring.
Adobo cheesecake. Okay, next.
Ito naman, mga these are my props for my kids. This was for a Father Sunday in my son's school. So the
Ikaw
father said,
gumawa nito?
yeah, I made that out of ano ba to, foam
Galing,
board.
galing nga.
No, actually, I may
That.
I have to make sing it. There were times when I would find a lot of carton, big carton pieces from somewhere, I don't know. Basta may nadaan ako na factory. Even to this day, when I see a lot of Amazon boxes here in the US, I think of
Me.
because she puts them to good use, and that's one. I was so
Talaga?
yeah, how she was doing all these carton
Actually,
cups.
madami lang ang
Uh,
kalat yung house ko eh. Because I save mine, I will find something to do with it. So yeah, those that I think meron pa isang picture na I went pa
yeah,
to Miss Nancy's store
Wait,
before
wait.
yeah,
kasi
Meron, meron, meron.
she just opened the store
Ay, let's
eh.
put that one. Okay.
meron diyan,
Okay.
photo booth, meron pang airplane.
Oo, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so this
Meron
was
pa
my
You
yata
show
doon
it
sa shop.
later, yeah. Halo-halo lang yung
Ah,
pictures.
next. Ano to?
so this was adobo
Turon.
Adobo turon?
Mm-hmm. I
to
I said we have to create something that will stand out and yet be simple, easy to assemble in an assembly line. And so I thought of, let's say, why don't we make adobo turon? And at first it sounded so silly or crazy, but with Jen, Jaja, and Team Adobo, they were able to execute
turon.
and
Adobo
turon. And guess what? It came out as one of the top
turon.
favorites
So
in that event.
inside there's adobo, pork adobo, and then saba. So cook like turon na.
Hindi ba, Jen,
Yan.
hindi ba it was one of the top favorites of that
There.
event? Di ba? Hello, Jen. Jen, can you hear us?
Yes.
Na, yeah. Nagkakat ka lang ng konti.
Yes. Now.
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
and our names are covering our faces.
So this was the adobo turon.
Yeah. As I
Yeah. So
said,
this was what we served in the wheelchair event, diba?
yeah, it became,
Inspired by one of the contestants during one of our events.
yeah, but it became one of the top favorites in that event with by chef the Lechon Queen, the Lechon Diva. Yeah, that
Lechon
was
Mm,
diva
okay. Next,
wheelchair event.
next.
Yeah, one of my other creations, giant paper flowers for my daughter's birthday,
how big were those? That's big,
Oo, ano kalaki to?
bigger than her face.
huh?
Siguro mga about 2 feet wide,
Wow,
around 2 feet.
oh nice.
So ano to? Japanese paper?
No, cartolina. Those are
Cartolina.
cartolina. And then, supposed to be secret yan. And then she arrived home and wanted to post with it na kaagad. So, ayan siya. Or I
Ang
think,
cute.
fifth or sixth birthday, I think.
All right.
Do you do it professionally or just for your
People have asked me to do it professionally, pero parang I'm too OC to have someone else do it, hire someone else to do it. So, so
Oo.
it's just really for me, my family and my friends.
Yeah,
Your
well,
friend.
that's one aspect of Jen. She's a perfectionist. So
Yes.
she really has to be
OC perfectionist.
okay.
So
This
these are,
one.
yeah, so the one in the middle is my mom. I made this flower arrangement spelling mom. The one on the lady on the left
Ay,
is
oo
my
nga.
mother.
Mom pala yun.
Yeah, it's a flower arrangement. Spelling
Yeah.
mom for Mother's Day yan.
Mm-hmm.
There. So
Very
that's my
nice.
mother-in-law, Mama Mir, my mom, Yoli, and me during Mother's
Okay.
Day.
Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice, yeah. Ay, ito yung train. Ay,
Oh,
yun.
yeah.
Yeah, so yung theme for my son's first birthday, that's him crying, was exploration, ganyan. So I made a plane for him. Pang picture-picture lang. It's a plain.
Okay.
Thank you
Ito
to
pa
Miss
yung
Nancy's boxes. Yeah, so this is one of the parties of my daughter. Tinamad na ako mag games, ganyan. So sabi ko, kunwari drive-in movie na lang yung theme. So I made boxes for the kids. So nakaharap yan to the TV. So during the party, the kids would just sit there and watch the movie and eat inside the cars, the cardboard cars.
Ayan yung ticket booth.
Ticket booth for the drive-in movie, kunwari.
You made that yourself. You made it
Yes, I
yourself.
know that. That's a
Wow.
box of a refrigerator, one of your refrigerators, Miss Nance. Diba? I picked it up
Ah,
from your
wow.
store.
Yeah.
Tapos dinala ko siya all the way from Parañaque to Pasig.
So
Okay.
And
Nice.
that's interior designer in
my
you.
crafty. I like doing crafts.
All right.
Alright. Eto, sino to?
Yeah.
Ay, ang ganda. Yan, the three
Ako
ladies steam adobo. With that, and Miss Nancy insisted the crowns kasi adobo queen daw. Eh, sabi ko siya lang yung queen. That's for
Ah,
our Adobo Nation event in Holiday Inn. Yan, kasama
Actually,
ah,
the ladies I work with, I always want them to wear crowns along with me. Hindi lang naman ako. Pero mga
yun.
princess, hindi queen.
Oo.
Okay.
Okay. Mukhang masaya tong Adobo Nation event niyo, no?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a whole month event in Holiday Inn.
Yeah.
And
By
Holiday
we work with their chefs.
we were invited by Chef Rhea Sisip, who was then the F&B, no, of Holiday Inn in Makati. So
Oh,
it was a
wow.
nice challenge. What was good was she gave us free reign. So when the people sat down, I said, "Hey, this is what we'll do." Actually, we have another chef. He's Conrad Nunez. We'll have him also in the show one of these days.
Shout out to Chef Rhea. Ang galing, ah. Ay,
Yeah,
noted yan.
yes, Sisip. Thank you very much for giving us that opportunity. Ito naman. Ito
So this is
malayo
a
to.
catering. This is in Dubai. So my friend, the one in the picture, that's Tina, she works for a Hong Kong-based race car team. So she invited me to cook for a whole week for the team in Dubai. So they flew me over to Dubai. So yeah, that's us. We came from the grocery for all the food. Kasi
For all the
whole
food.
week yan to feed the team, to feed all the engineers. Yeah.
Sino yung team? What car did they ride?
Ito ba yan?
Hindi.
No, this is
Iba pa yan?
that was yeah, this one. So
Anong
the
car?
team is I don't know, naku, wala akong alam sa cars. Basta their team is called KCMG. KCMG. It's a Hong Kong-based international team of race car drivers.
Okay.
So this was in Dubai, supposed to be a 24-hour race. That's why they needed a chef to feed the drivers while they practice and during the race.
Yeah.
So my friend invited me.
Galing.
Galing. Okay. Next. Ano to?
During my internship with Chef Laudico. That's my
Wow! Saan ka dyan?
Ayun, nasa gitna.
Ikaw yung gitna.
Right in the middle.
Ang bata mo pa
Just
dyan,
a
ah.
Oo,
Basta si
ilang
Chef
years na
Lodi
yan.
ko.
Chef Laudico, Bistro Filipino. Sa BGC before pa. Oo.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope they got to watch you. Okay.
I will tell them to watch.
Okay. Next. You see this? What's this?
Yan, my friends. These are my core friends. It's a Christmas dinner that I did here in the house during pandemic. So, na-miss ko na sila during pandemic. So, I told them to come and I'll cook dinner for them. And that's my setup.
Was that
for
before or
dinner.
after your COVID episode?
After na. So this was maybe late 2021, I think, December 2021.
Okay. All
after
right.
na.
Okay. Next.
So to celebrate na rin my second life.
Yeah, your second life. Uh-huh. Oh, ito. Did you organize? Kasi, by the way, audience, Jen also organizes events and competitions. So,
Ayan,
is
one of
this
the
one
events that I did it's a reunion,
for?
and I did organize it for the whole clan of my mom. So it's the
Uh-huh.
Jose family
Mm-hmm.
beach trip. Ayan, so I organized the whole thing for everyone.
When you say organize, including the t-shirts, the event, the agenda, the program,
I
ganon,
just
lahat.
lahat. I
Okay.
did the design of the t-shirt, printing shirts, the giveaways, the bus, accommodation, catering, lahat. I was the one who arranged that.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ito.
Ito, these are my co-moms from my son's school. They organized a parang cooking get together with the moms. So they invited
Wow.
me and another chef mom who's also one of my good friends, Madge. Yan. So we just did ano lang, we taught them how to cook, how to arrange a banquet kasi after this we catered basically to the another event in the afternoon with all the other parents. So naging chikahan siya. So it was a
Mhm.
fun bonding with
Ganda
my
yan.
co-moms. Uh, so of course I
Ah,
insisted that we all wear our hairnet for safety.
Yeah.
So for
okay.
fun yung picture
Ganda.
niya. This was
Oh,
in
sino to?
Holiday Inn. So during the time that we were doing our adobo nation, yan,
Hi, chef.
picture, picture in the kitchen of Holiday Inn
Yeah.
while doing our adobo dishes.
Okay.
Okay.
Sino
Next.
to? Sino? Sino yung dalawa?
Oh my gosh, I forgot their names now.
Basta, hello, chef.
Chefs.
Hello, chef. Hello, chefs. Okay.
So these are the Lima Serranilla clan. So my husband belongs to the Lima Serranilla clan. So this is just a portion of them. Konti lang to compared to how many they really are. So every New
Wow.
Year we gather in our great aunt's place and have a family gathering. So that's the picture, one of the pictures.
For events
Okay.
like that, how do you manage the menus?
Oo
Oh,
nga.
for this one, I just attended.
Yeah.
Ako lang, nag-attend lang ako, nakikain lang ako dito.
Pero
And
when
then,
you have events like the one you had yung earlier with the t-shirts, ano yun?
yeah.
With your mom's clan. How do you manage how do you active how do you do the menus?
I basically just ask for the menu of the place. So ano naman po,
Akala ko you add, you
or,
cook, you
uh,
cater.
ano, parang di na kaya ng powers ko yun.
Okay.
So I get the in-house restaurant tapos I just choose what I think the family would like or the
Okay.
group would
But
like.
before we go to more photos, like what was the most interesting catering you ever did?
Yung Dubai, because
Ah,
that's a
Mm.
week-long catering. And then, as far as I knew, dalawa lang kaming Filipino doon, me and my friend. Everyone was
Wow.
Chinese, Taiwanese, Japanese, German,
mhm.
all these other nationalities.
Wala
Tapos,
bang wala bang natumbang adobo doon?
yun nga yung funny because we're not allowed to have open fire because it's a race car circuit, right? So I was
Oh, ito
cooking
pa paano?
in a tent outside, siya, using griddle, yung
Okay.
electric griddle. So, meron akong isang bandehado. And my friend, kasi she's based in Hong Kong and all these other countries, namimiss na daw niya adobo. So, sabi niya, Jen, pakainin natin tong mga to ng adobo. So,
Yay! Adobo connection. Oh.
sabi ko, are you sure mga Italians, mga Germans, will they really like adobo? Sabi niya, ay nako, wala akong pakialam. Basta gusto ko pakainin sila ng adobo. So I'm like, oh sige, game. So we went to the grocery store and of course, Dubai, meron namang part na there's pork. Sabi ko, pero let's just do chicken. So I did a chicken adobo. It was simmering for a few hours inside a tent. And then, so these are tents outside. There's like several tents, siguro mga 4 tents per team. And I thought it was just me and my friend na Filipino. And then, so it was simmering, the adobo was simmering, ganyan. Then, when I came down again to check on the adobo, I saw some people going like this, alam mo yun, parang trying to find something with their nose. So, kala ko Chinese kasi chinito eh. And then, biglang nagtatagalog. Sa inyo ba yung adobo? Sabi ko, ay, Filipino pala kayo, ganyan. Filipino-Canadians, and then they smelled the adobo from, I think there were like eight tents away. These are big tents, ha? Because it fits like maybe a car or 2 cars inside. From 8 tents away, they could smell the adobo. Talagang alam mo yun, asan yung adobo na yun? Pwede ba yung adobo? Ayun, so I was able to connect with I think they're the only other Filipino team, or the only team na Filipino, because yun nga, I thought it was just me and my friend that were Filipinos. They yun pala may isa pang team, although they were Canadian Filipinos. But
Galing,
then, they knew the smell of adobo, and they were drawn to it. So yun yung nakakatawa. And then when I served it to the team, to the team that brought me there, so these are all Chinese, German, ganyan. They enjoyed it. They wanted to, like, sabi ko, you have to eat it with rice. So, syempre, nagluto rin ako ng rice. So, they were eating it and they enjoyed it. Natuwa ako.
That's why I said that adobo power, adobo forever. It will really connect somehow or other, right, Anton?
Yes. Oo. Siyempre. Especially when you're abroad, di ba?
Yeah. Ano to?
Same family.
No, this is a different group naman. These are my other co-parents from my daughter's preschool pa. So until now, we're still very close. We always go out on trips, and of course, I'm the one who cooks all the time when we're out.
Sarap naman noon.
So these are the kids that my kids grow up with also. So every now and then we get together.
Please tell them to subscribe.
Yes. Alam na nila. They're watching right now.
Okay.
Ito, sino to? Chocolate.
This is Chef Nick Malgeri. So he's a very famous chocolatier, dessert chef, pastry chef. So he came here to promote his book, the book that I'm holding. So I attended his media launch and I won that book, the chocolate book. I asked him to sign it and take a picture with me. Yeah.
Okay. Ito na yung isa kanina.
Ayan.
Ito,
this was one of the salads that I served during the Dubai catering for the race car team. Pero so they saw the flowers, sabi nila, is this edible? Can I eat the flowers? Of course you can eat the flowers. That's why it's there.
Okay. Meron pa.
Ito.
Before that, meron pa. We missed something.
Ito na.
Sino to?
This is the winner of our Salle Kitchen Hero.
Oh, yeah. From Bacolod, no? Bacolod, no?
No, from Cagayan, I think.
Cagayan?
BDO?
Yes.
Sorry, Chef.
Hi, Chef.
Hi, Chef. We hope to have you here one time.
Chef Soy.
Si Chef Soy. Ito na naman. With Chef Jen.
This is last po to.
Yeah.
These are my sila yung closest culinary friends ko kasi. That's why they're there. That's Chef Mon and of course Chef Jaja. You had her last week. So this was a video that we did for promotional to, di ba, Miss Nance? For one of our events, yung Salle Kitchen Hero. So it's a video.
Okay. Next.
Video.
Yun na. Oo. Yes.
All right. So you can see from the photos that there are people, there's food, there's car races, everything. So many things in the trail of Jen. That especially the adobo connection is really very evident there, right, Anton?
Oo. No, I'm fascinated. Ang daming aspects ni Jen. Ang sarap pala maging nito kasama sa grupo.
Yeah. Di, pwede ka na namin i-adapt sa Team Adobo. But you have to cook an adobo for us. We need to pass it. Yes,
May
yes.
initiation.
All right.
Actually, na-initiate din ako ni Miss Nancy before eh.
Paano? Paano? Paano yung initiation sa'yo?
The first time I worked with her, she asked me to do an adobo, any kind of adobo. So sabi ko, oh no, I'm gonna cook adobo for the adobo queen. Nako. Tapos I think that's why we had a food styling shoot. Pero feeling ko naman that adobo hindi naman talaga kasama. So sinabi lang niya sa akin magluto ka ng adobo. So I did. And then naman ako because nasarapan naman siya. Sabi niya masarap ka mag-adobo. Ayan.
Yeah. We failed to have photos of Jen's food styling works, but she did a lot for Tupperware and other for the cookbooks that we made, and on her own as well. You have a blog, right? Or was it this one all about me? Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
It's just it's just a CV.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So
Oh, there was
describe.
supposed to be a CD.
Instagram lang.
We missed seeing that photo, the pineapple that you made into a lantern. Sayang, it was
For
Sige.
Halloween.
yeah.
For
Mm.
Halloween yun.
So,
Kasi mahal
nagpo-food
ang
styling ka
costume.
rin? Oo.
Oo,
Yes.
food stylish yan.
Yeah,
So,
it's a
anyway,
combination of my culinary and the artistic side.
what
Doon ko
what more
nakakombine.
what more do you want to pursue?
Let's see. Let's see muna.
I know. Let's make
Actually, gusto ko mag-food photography.
but let's also
Wow.
yeah. Let's hopefully maybe with Anton we can work on a cookbook, right, Anton? Or
Bakit hindi? Oo.
food stories that will be coming up. Alright.
Oo. And siguro just yeah, in terms of adobo, what's your signature bale for your adobo? The usual that you would cook, Chef Jen.
Yun, the garlicky, oily, pero
Yun yung
sana healthy
oo.
oily. Olive
Yun na
oily
yung
with
signature mo.
garlic.
Yun na yung signature mo.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So, mas
Yes.
gusto ko siya ng sour and salty. I don't really like the sweet kind of adobo.
Oo. And alam mo, Nancy, ito nga, we've been talking about adobo. No? This is our second episode. I really wanted to taste a lot of those adobo in one event. No? Like yung Adobo Nation. No? And hopefully, we can create an event soon when you're back home here.
Actually, people are scared. Isa lang ang lasa ng adobo, yung maalat na maasim, ganun-ganun. Why will I go to an event like that? There's so many ways that adobo was presented because adobo is really a way of cooking. And the palate of adobo would really be a balance of sour, saltiness, maybe, and a lot of umami. So when I explain that to people, and that would manifest in the dishes that Jen makes and other people. I'm sure, Anton, you also have your own adobo connection.
Oo, yes. One of these days.
Sa dami ng mga mo. Yes.
Oo. Favorite namin yan. Alright.
I want to know what's keeping you busy now, Jen?
Events. I'm
Huh?
heading my 25th year homecoming.
Okay.
I'm co-heading it with two other girls. And then I'm
Wow.
also helping another group for their 50th homecoming naman in UP.
Okay.
So that's what I'm busy with.
Say hello to them and call out to them.
Yes,
Call
I'll
out.
tell them. I'll tell them to watch this.
Yeah, it's your classmates yan, ano? And the one in UP.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm,
Alright.
I'm always, I cannot always know where to stop with Jen's talent. Excuse me, with Jen's talent, but she's there. She will always be cooking up something new. I have a challenge for you, Jen.
Again, what is it?
Yeah, I want you to make a something adobo that is global that you think will appeal globally. Yeah, maybe
But
in the
I think adobo right now is already global eh.
I
A lot
know
of foreigners like it na eh.
global means all ages. Okay, how about a hip hop adobo? That has
Ang
Hip hop
something
ganda.
adobo.
Korean. Kasi like what I did a hip hop adobo bibimbap. Something like that.
Okay.
Appear yan.
Okay.
Parang,
When you
something
come home, you come
contemporary
home
talaga.
na.
Yeah.
Korea.
Sige.
Anyway,
Alright, I will take the challenge.
yes. So
Oo. Yeah.
so after Jen's after God always says when things are so bad, nothing else can happen but the good will come out. So this is Jen right now in her she said in her second life, she's celebrating it, and together with her talented children and her loving husband and her busy schedule of she's always being called on for her professional work. We would like to thank you so much, Jen, for being here with
Thank
us.
you for having me here. Thank you.
Oo, thank you, Jen. We met you sa mga meetings, etc. And that's why we love, the streams like this. Kasi you get to know the chef, deeper, di ba? Where they're coming from and their adobo connection, particularly for the show.
Thank
Maraming
you.
salamat. And Animo, of course. Live an awesome life,
Ano?
guys.
Ano po?